Hello lads and lassies, my name is Josh and welcome back to the Jam Lads. Now, if you've been a long time subscriber, you might be like, this is a little new. And it is kind of new in the sense that I alone will be ranking a ton of Marvel projects. By a ton I mean about 10. But this isn't actually the first time that I've ranked these projects. I've ranked them with Anthony and Micaiah last year, maybe? So that included like Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and all that. And that was like our collective ranking. So we would debate like, do we put this in A tier for excitement, B tier? This is just my own thing. Like, I think this, and I'm the one making my list. It's nothing to do with like what anyone else thinks. It's just I'm looking at everything coming out in 2022. Weird to think that we're in 2022, but I'm looking at everything that's coming out in 2022, kind of like ordering it around, seeing what I'm most excited for, what I'm not as excited for, and well, I'm gonna make it into this video. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but please do stick around to the end because I have quite a few ideas for what to do in the future and how to incorporate you lads in there as well. Before we get into this top 10, I just wanted to preface, there will be spoilers for everything released in Marvel. That includes the Disney Plus shows. That includes the up to No Way Home Spider-Man. So in case you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, be prepared for that. And if you haven't seen any of the Disney Plus shows, also be prepared for that once again. But if you don't really care about spoilers or anything like that, go ahead. And if you have seen them, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you check out our reactions. We've done WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye. There was a lot of stuff that we've done for Marvel Disney Plus. So, without further ado, we have 10 Marvel properties coming out this year. I don't know how many Marvel properties we had come out last year. Probably over 10. A lot of what got delayed in 2020 got put into 2021. There's still some stuff that did get delayed into 2022, and we will talk about that when we get there. So, without further ado, let's just get into number 10. I forget to bring my water over here so I can drink. So at number 10, we do have this series I actually forgot about until I was looking at everything that was coming out in 2021. Or not 2021, 2022. I was completely shocked about, but then I remember we talked about it last year, and it's I Am Groot. And from what I can tell, it's going to be a series of animated shorts on Disney Plus. I have not really seen any of Disney Plus's animated shorts. I know they did this for Olaf. I forgot what they were called, but I know that Olafs do exist. I don't know. It could be fun. It's probably aimed for people under my age group, probably the younger ones. And they are just like, from what I can see, like look at our couple-minute shorts, just having fun with the characters. And it's Guardians of the Galaxy, so maybe it'll be fun. And it's probably going to focus more on baby Groot rather than teenage Groot, because teenage Groot is a little edgy, you know? He's just a little edgy. Or maybe this is a pathway between teenage Groot and adult Groot that we may or may not see in Guardians 3. Guardians 3 is not on this list because that is a 2023 project. I'll probably check it out. I don't know if I'll react to it. Maybe I'll wait for all the shorts to get released and then go like in one go, like a comedy special night. I don't know. It's not really something that I was like, yes! A series of a baby Groot, potentially. Because other than knowing it's a series of shorts, we don't really know much about it, and we don't even know when the release date is. I do expect probably a Christmas release, because why not, you know? That's when everyone's hanging out, that's when the youngins are around. Who knows, maybe this is something that I'll watch with the boys in one go, kind of like what we did with the Gravity Falls shorts. Those were a lot of fun. So I'm hoping these are something similar, just a whole bunch of wacky, fun, random adventures that you won't see in the movie, but you can see in like 2-minute shorts. I don't know if any of like the Guardians, like, I don't know if Chris Pratt's gonna be it, Zoe Saldana, or Rocket. I don't know if they're gonna be in it. I don't know how much exactly this. Yeah, we don't know anything about it. So that's number 10, and on to number 9. At number 9 is a project that we know similarly not as much about, and it's this Marvel. Yeah, this is very low on the list. Mostly because I don't really care much about the character of Kamala Khan. She's an interesting concept, I'll give you that. Like, I like the concept of a fan boy or girl, like, getting superpowers, getting to meet the Avengers and all that. It's just, I've never really been, like, too much into her character. From what I've seen of the Avengers game, she's okay to bearable in that. She's an Inhuman. We haven't really introduced the Inhumans in the MCU. They tried, and it's one of the very few things that is outright just decanonized within the MCU. Like, I don't think if they do bring in the Inhumans, I don't think they're going to bring in any of the actors that they got in the ABC the ABC special. That was going to be a movie. They released it in IMAX. Anyway, back to Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I don't believe they're going to make her an Inhuman. I don't know, maybe they will. Be a very weird place to start it all. There's also the thing with, allegedly, they're changing her powers. I remember watching like the teaser trailer shorts thing that they released. She never really stretched. She kind of like had this purple aura, and I was just thinking, what the heck is that? I was thinking maybe she's not tripping. This is a Disney Plus show. I was thinking maybe like it's the villain, but some reason they're changing her powers from being stretchy to making fist constructs. And from what we've seen of like trailers or not really trailers, just like small clips, nothing's really grabbing my eye, like screaming, you need to watch this show, this show's gonna be amazing. It feels a lot like I Am Groot, where I'm not the target audience, and that's fine. I'm gonna wait for the reviews on this one more likely, or maybe I'll just watch it by myself, because again, Kamala Khan's not a character that I'm just like, yes! I'm just more of a like, okay, yeah, sure, fine. More Captain Marvel, fine, yeah, whatever. But you know, we hope for the best, and if it's not that good, then I was never that excited for it in the first place. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully my expectations are, well, they're low already. So hopefully the bar is just set low enough to the point where I can be impressed by anything. I would be very surprised if I'm disappointed in this show, because I don't have any expectations for it, alright? That's what I'm saying. So let's move on to number 8, shall we? At number 8, we have a movie that Micaiah will probably lynch me for putting it this low, and that is Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther 2?
What is this movie?
Black Panther 2.
Happening?
Yes, that's right. Black Panther. How dare I put Black Panther so low on the list? Well, if you watched our tier list video of the entire MCU up until this point, you would know that Anthony and I are not the biggest fans of Black Panther. Micaiah, weirdly enough, is a super fan, and he defended that movie very, very well.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at his death, by the way. Don't take it as that. I'm laughing at the fact that they're trying to make it.
But they're still trying to make it, yeah.
Yeah, that is funny, because I'm just like, bro, what do you mean?
They already confirmed they're not recasting Chadwick, which, like, for me personally, I understand the sentiment, but T'Challa is more than just an actor. And ending his story with nothing? Like, I don't know what they can possibly do here, because they already said they're also not killing off T'Challa. I think they confirmed that. I guess they can give it to one of the Dora Milaje? It's also way too early for him to have a son, like in that one movie, animated movie from a long time ago with Ultron. Like, he had a son in that, but it's way too early for him to have one. Even if you put in the time skip of Avengers Endgame, it doesn't really work out. But we'll see. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Black Panther. So, again, this is one of the movies where I have low expectations. Again, major respect to Chadwick Boseman. He's great T'Challa. None of my problems were with him in that movie. I think he was amazing in Civil War. I wanted to see more of the Black Panther that we got in Civil War. But I feel like in Black Panther, there's a disconnect with me. I think the Russo brothers did a great job with the character. But in his solo movie, I was excited to see it because of what he was like in Civil War. But in his solo movie, it felt too different. It's really, yeah, we don't know anything about this movie. You can probably tell that a lot of the stuff that's on the bottom of the list we don't know a lot about. Yeah, you can't really get hyped if you don't know anything that's gonna happen. On to the next one, number 7. You know what? I'm looking at the list that I have on my computer right now, because I made this list a couple of days ago. Just gut reactions, throwing them all around. I'm looking at 7 and 6, and I'm just gonna switch these two. So at number 7, we have What If Season 2. This is also another one that we do not have a release date for, but it is heavily speculated it will be in 2022, probably at the end of the year. And the reason why What If Season 2 is so low is because a lot of What If Season 1 was very hit or miss for me. We had like really great episodes, some of the best the MCU has ever given us, with Who Killed the Avengers, with Dr. Deranged, aka Strange Supreme, which I do believe Dr. Deranged is the superior name. We had like those great episodes, and then we had some good concepts. Like I really liked the Peggy Carter episodes. I was going to call her Captain Peggy. I guess that works. Captain Carter. Yeah, we had the Captain Carter episode. I really like that episode. I know it's not the best, or I know like a lot of people don't like it. They say it plays it too safe, but I like Peggy Carter a lot as a character. So anything with her, I'm down for. There was a lot of episodes in there that I'm legitimately forgetting right now that were just okay to completely not my thing, rubbed me off the wrong way. There's just a lot within the show that I feel kind of just fell flat. There's some stuff within What If that I like to see. I think the animation was also very gorgeous as well. Like there's some great one-shots within the Peggy Carter episode. It never failed to not impress with the animation, so I'm excited to see more of it. And we do know that this season will focus a little bit more on Phase 4. So seeing stuff like Shang-Chi, probably the Eternals. Who knows, maybe the What If episode will be better than the movie. There's a potential within the series, but there's also room for it to just fall flat. There's some great episodes in Season 1, there's some not so great episodes in Season 1. This is one that we have to just wait and see what we get, and hopefully it's going to be great. So my number 6 right now, that was originally number 7, is surprisingly She-Hulk. Yeah, this one got promoted. Like just right now, this show got promoted, and it is coming out sometime within 2022 from what we can see. Like what Kevin Feige, like what everyone's saying, it's going to come out in 2022. From the clips that we've seen, I'm not too impressed. I really want to see the full She-Hulk makeup, costume, like whatever they're going to do. I really want to see all of it, because I don't think we've seen what the actress is going to look like all She-Hulked up. I don't know if they're going to go for the route of she's always going to look like She-Hulk, or if she can turn it on and off. I hope they go for the route that she always looks like She-Hulk, because that, again, that is a very big part of the character. But they could be trying to cheap out and just have her be human for a majority of it, and then have her turn into She-Hulk for anything like action sequences. We need to see more of it. But from what we have heard, I'm very excited. This is going to be more of a comedy, from what I hear, which I'm down. Like, in the comics, She-Hulk is a very comedic character. She breaks the fourth wall every now and then. I don't know how that's going to work in the show. It could be weird, it could be funny, and also, this is a courtroom setting. Daredevil. I mean, Charlie Cox. He is in the MCU once again. So, it would be nice to see, like, maybe Janet is trying to defend someone and he's trying to prosecute them, and since like they're different jobs, they can like have a little head-to-head collision there, and then they could work outside of the courtroom as well. Because I mean, like, I know it's getting expectations up too high, because I mean, it's never going to live up to Daredevil, but I just want to see more Daredevil, and Charlie Cox is such an amazing actor. I want to see more of him within the MCU, and seeing him within the courtroom setting once again is going to be amazing. Again, this is speculation. We don't know for sure if it's going to be in a courtroom setting, or how much of his role is going to play in here, if at all. But yeah, I am excited for She-Hulk. Less for She-Hulk, more for Daredevil, which it feels cheating. Daredevil literally just saved She-Hulk from number 7 and got her into the number 6 spot. And I feel bad for doing that, but my interest with him is far more than my interest for her is. So hopefully this show can change my mind on She-Hulk and make me like her more. Before we get into number 5, I just wanted to say that 4 and 5 were extremely hard for me to put into this tier list. I had made 10 through 6 and then 3, 2, 1, and I was just thinking 4 and 5, I could flip a coin, really. It was really hard to put these 2 in where they are. You'll find out who number 4 is in a second, but number 5 is actually Secret Invasion. Yeah, this is going to be a Disney Plus series. I've seen Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I loved that arc. That was some amazing stuff that happened with the Skrull invasion. The Skrulls are good guys in the MCU. It's weird, but I guess they could have like factions, you know, like maybe the faction of Skrulls that we know are good guys, but now the factions of Skrulls that are coming in are bad guys, aka kind of like reworking Captain Marvel's thing with them. Like, it was a good plot twist, but then if you think about it, Secret Invasion wouldn't really work if they were all good guys. And this is a big event. Like, superheroes get kidnapped, replaced by Skrulls. There's so much that goes on, and it's a Disney Plus series. Granted, this is probably the best thing that they could have done, but Disney Plus series are around like 6 episodes each. They've shown that they cut out a lot of stuff. Like with Hawkeye, I liked Hawkeye, but there's a lot of stuff that got cut out for no reason. This is a streaming service show. They don't have to bend to, all right, we need to have like a 30-minute episode because we need to have 15 minutes of commercial. No, they can put whatever they want in the show. They just decide to cut out a ton of stuff. And with something like Secret Invasion, how much will they end up cutting? Also, who is there left to take away? Like Sam Wilson's Captain America, Bucky, Captain Marvel's off planet a lot of the times. The Guardians are off planet a lot of the times. There's not a lot of superheroes on Earth to replace. A lot of them are dead, retired, or in space. At number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy The Holiday Special. Now, there's a reason why it's so high up. As a lover of cringe, no, that's incorrect. I hated every second of Star Wars The Holiday Special, which you can watch our reaction to. George Lucas is crying at his mansion right now, but it's going to be satire, I think. I mean, like, you call it that for a reason. It's coming out late 2022, probably a Christmas release date, or somewhere near there. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy, and James Gunn's back. This is a James Gunn project. The Suicide Squad was great. I've heard great things about Peacemaker. Yes, I will watch Peacemaker eventually. And I love the first 2 Guardian movies. So getting to see this again, getting to see the Guardians once again. And this is filmed back-to-back with 3. So there's going to be some great energy. I can already tell. This will apparently introduce a major character for the MCU. So maybe Adam Warlock? Maybe we get to see, like, what's the whole end credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was finally. But I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, Christmas, live action, all the actors back. This is going to be great. I have faith in the holiday special. Never thought I would say that. Before we get into the top 3, I just wanted to say, if you have made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. This is the year, lads. This is the year we break 1,000 subscribers, and we need your help to do it. So if you're new to the channel, watching the video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, because that does help the YouTube algorithm, and more people will end up coming to watch this video. So please, I really hope that this video format, new kind of thing, takes off, because I have a lot of ideas, fun stuff to do like this. But yeah, please consider subscribing if you made it this far into the video. So let's get into the top 3. At number 3, we have Thor, Love and Thunder. Thor has been an interesting character for me within the MCU. At first, I did not like him that much. I didn't really care for him. And then as the series went on, as the saga continued, we went from Thor 1, Avengers, Thor 2, Age of Ultron. Still, did not really care for him that much. And then Thor 3 came out. And it was amazing. It was one of the biggest shocks of the year for me. That one, I liked it so much. 2, Thor went up against the Justice League in the box office at theaters. Both of them came out in November, 2 weeks apart. And Thor destroyed Justice League, rightfully so. Thor 3 was so good. It recontextualized everything I thought about Thor. And then going back after I watched Infinity War, going back through the entire MCU saga, like going into Endgame, I watched every movie. And with this new recontextualization of Thor, I started to appreciate him so much more. The first movie, which I had put like in my lower rankings of the MCU, shot so much more from This is kind of boring, so this is an incredible character introspection. Something I didn't think I would ever think about for Thor. We know the villain is going to be Christian Bale. He's coming back to comic book movies as Gore the Butcher, an incredibly important Thor villain for the franchise. Well, not for the franchise, but it's just an incredibly important Thor villain. And I've read that series. I love Gore. He's a great villain. The only thing that I'm just kind of holding back on is Natalie Portman's return as Jane Foster. I just never really liked her character. Her character's never been like, ah, yes, this is the top tier love interest. Tony and Pepper, incredible love interest. Stephen Peggy, also incredible love interest. Thor and Jane's kind of just really boring. I really hope they don't curb stomp Thor, because in Hawkeye, Clint got vastly not as much screen time to make way for Kate Bishop. I hope that they don't do that for Thor, because he's one of the only MCU heroes, if not the only one, to have a fourth movie at this point in time. So I hope he gets a lot of screen time. I really want to see what it's like for him to be an adventurer, not have to worry about one day picking up the mantle of king. Yes, at number 2 goes Moon Knight. Moon Knight was a character that, while I don't know much about, this character I know enough about to be extremely intrigued and excited to see what Disney Plus can possibly do with him. I mean, the character with mental, not post-traumatic, anything. He has multiple personality disorder. He's a lunatic. He's brutal. He fights crime. He's part of Egyptian mythology. So any mythology is good mythology, really. I've seen some behind-the-scenes footage. He's actually doing a lot of fight choreography, which is something I didn't expect for him to do in general. I thought that he was just going to play the role and they'd get someone else. But no, he actually is putting the time and effort into doing the choreography, and that's something special. You don't see a lot of actors doing that. Kevin Feige did say that this will push the boundaries of Disney Plus, and then said it will have a TV-14 rating. Moon Knight's an incredibly brutal character. I don't know how much they can get away with a TV-14 rating for this character specifically. Well, you don't need to have some of the brutal stuff that he does in the comics. It is a little sad to hear that they are constricting themselves to a teenage rating. Seeing how this goes will give me hope for Daredevil Season 4 living on Disney Plus, or exponential dread, as Daredevil 4 will probably be on Hulu if it ever happens. We're probably not going to get Daredevil Season 4, as you can probably see Daredevil. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the show will push those boundaries, and I hope it succeeds. And of course, do I even need to say the number 1? At number 1, we have Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, aka Doctor Strange, Your Mom. There's one thing I'm worried about with this movie. It's America Chavez. Again, one of the worst American comic creations to come out within the past decade. But it's Sam Raimi. She's probably going to become more of a MacGuffin than a character. And it's Sam Raimi. Danny Elfman's going to be doing the score. Benedict Cumberbatch? 3 of him? Dr. Deranged? I think. There is so much to look forward to in this movie. The multiverse, Patrick Stewart potentially, with that little tease in the trailer, like Wanda maybe going full psycho mode and finally becoming the villain. I am hoping that this movie might end up pushing Wanda into more of that villainous role that we've seen her be capable of in the comics. And maybe through this way, the movie ends. I mean, like, the Illuminati, we saw them. I mean, that's gotta be them, right? Patrick Stewart, I think Charles Xavier, that's definitely his voice. So maybe in the end, or near the end of the movie, what Wanda does is she uses her Scarlet Witch powers, combines a couple of universes together into one connected one, and that's how we get mutants within the MCU. Because mutants are a long-standing thing. They're not just something that pops up. They are a history of Marvel Comics. So you can't just have them start popping up going, oh, now mutants are coming over. So potentially more, like Wanda can like fuse them multiverses, and then we get the MCU, where everything's more or less the same, but mutants have always been in the background now. And that was my list for the top 10, aka the only 10 movies of Marvel that are coming out within this year. That's 10 projects, 1 year? Marvel, you're spoiling us. Granted, some of these I'm way less excited for others. Like, once we get into the top 3, there is a significant gap between excitement levels. Like, what's number 4 again? Number 4 was Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll put that at like a moderate excitement level. Everything below it is like cautiously optimistic, and then like the top 3 are just like all the way up here. Like, you can't even see it on camera anymore. But yeah, there's like, even though there's like multiple things within this year, very different excitement levels, I want to know what you lads think. What are your top 10, only 10, Marvel projects that are coming out in 2022? And if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Once again, hit the notification bell to be notified of all our videos coming out. And if you really like this video, this concept idea, let me know down in the comments below. I will be posting a poll in a couple of days on the community tab, and you guys get to vote for what video I do with this kind of format next. I'm thinking on that poll I can put like just a ranking 22 MCU movies in general, or like everything that we've gotten up to this point, including No Way Home. Everything up to No Way Home, I think. And then I could like include the Disney Plus shows, or maybe just like ranking all the movies, ranking all the Disney Plus shows so far, ranking excitement for 2023 Marvel movie projects, and ranking excitement for 2022 DC projects. Yeah, please consider subscribing. Again, once again, 1,000 subscribers this year. I hope you lads enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family, Discord, and all that. Just spread this video around, help this get out there, and I'll see you lads in the next video.
Love it. Yes.
Here it comes.
All right, I'm gonna do it for you, lads. No.
Get to the clap, Josh. Get to the clap.
Oh, that's staying in the video. Everyone pause.
Look, Kaya.
Oh my god, that was the most cursed part. Everyone
Wait,
skipped to 9:37.